Yeah, I ain't gonna never fold.
Still standing, still standing, still standing, still standing, still standing, still standing, still standing.
Life's been punching on me since I was a kid. I'm a grown man standing here, so that means I took all it could give. Been in situations where it was best that I didn't flip my lid. Other situations I had to get it. How I lived, trapping in the alley by my mama's crib. Yeah, I was one of them kind of kids. There was no end to the crazy things that we did. Trying to live like the OGs.
Alright, we're here at the Funk Dungeon. I'm here with Mr. Ike Jacksun, artist here, and we're gonna explore him, find out who he is. So, welcome. First of all, who are you?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. I'm kind of like a D, all the above guy.
All right. Okay, first of all, the name Ike Jacksun. Tell me how that kind of came about.
Well, the name Ike Jackson is actually mixed with, it's kind of controversial a little bit, but with a different kind of meaning. Ike Jackson is Ike Turner and Joe Jackson mixed. I know people, it's a little rough, but it's about any means necessary. We're gonna make it, so we're gonna push through, and that's really pretty much came from because they pushed, what I'm saying? They pushed, they might have had the wrong methods of doing it, but they pushed, and I'll never stop.
That's good DNA. Ike Jackson and Joe Jackson. Ike Turner and Joe Jackson. Eat the cake, anyway. All right. Okay, what is your goal with your music?
Well, the goal with the music is, one, to be heard. I've always felt that I had a decent message to deliver. And actually right now, the goal is to really, really, at my age, do something that's kind of unheard of a little bit, to be an older gentleman and come out in a game that's quoted to be a young man's game, but you gotta face it, we started it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just I want to take it far as it, gotta let it go.
Okay.
That's
cool. Now, a little bit about your music history, like what inspired you to start, getting involved in music, as far as writing songs, rapping, or what was your inspiration for?
Well, the inspiration was I managed the artists for years now. Small artists, nobody big, nobody major, and I went hard. I really went hard for them, and a lot of times I couldn't get the artists to try to go with the flow of the business a little bit. What was the change and this and all that? So after investing money and time, I was like, let me give it a shot.
Right.
And I had a little background in music, and but at the time back then, I didn't think that I was talented. So I chose the business side of it. And real truth is, I just started seeing some people come out that, that wasn't up to par to me, and making millions of dollars.
Right.
And I just wanted to just like they say, so I was gonna put my voice out there and get a verse in for somebody to hear.
Hey, cool. I like that. What's been some highs and lows? I know you still, you striving, you still working,
Right.
but so far in your musical career, what's been some highs, and tell me about some lows, just
Okay.
to go along with the history.
I think the highs of it being getting over the fear of kind of starting late in the game and putting music out and people accepting it.
Okay.
People like, let me hear that again, or I can hear them singing the hook or something like that. That was, it still is. It's still I'm still in awe, at a lot of times. And I would say probably the lowest point is really actually getting a team together.
There you go.
Because it's this new day and age. I can do it by myself. You can do it by yourself. It ain't happening. And coming from the business side of it, I knew that you can't do it all by yourself. You might have one or two people that made it through or something like that, but collectively, no, you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
So putting the team together and being able to move and cut through the fog and everything. That's been probably the hardest part of it. And like I say, me being older, you know, trying to get people to believe into the dream with you is not that good. But since I came back home, it's changed a lot.
Yeah, you keep saying older. You look young.
But I'm not. But they say, hey, when the music is good, it don't matter where it comes from.
Hey, age is not but a number, because most times when people hear songs on the radio, they're not thinking, well, how old is this person or whatever.
Right. So
you know.
I had to get over that too. That was
Yeah.
one of the hard parts too. That was one of the lows of in my head and myself. But after being accepted, after people wanted to hear more, threw it out the window. I'm here now.
Yeah, and I think now with social media, like back in the day, I remember when people was in like the movie industry, they would make them, they aged, say like if an actor was 18, they'd say he was 14. Or something to make his career go longer. You know, so you have like somebody playing a high school role and he's probably almost 30 years old.
Right,
or something.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
But I think nowadays with social media, it's like people gonna connect with you because of that music, and they don't see you. But most of the time with music, it's gonna be, well, if this make my head bob or this is something I can listen to, I'm good. I don't care how old he is. Okay, when we talked about what type of audience you reaching, so I would think that especially like with the songs I done heard before, it's gonna be kind of I think it's gonna be a nice mix, like a nice mix of younger people and older people.
More mature people, pretty much. You know, the maturity doesn't have an age on it. You know what I mean, basically. So I'm from here, from Rockford, Illinois. You know, this is not easy terrain and stuff. So I didn't have to reach and be fake or find these fake stories. You know, my life has been interesting enough to tell the stories without, you know, jumping off into something that's not me.
Yeah. Okay, change the subject a little bit. Now with your style and your delivery, I know a lot of times when you ask people this, like, who do you sound like? They say, well, I don't sound like nobody. But sometimes I think, well, everybody kind of sounds like somebody. That don't mean you're not them. You know, but you who would you think that, if you had to say, well, I kind of sound like this person, even though I'm not them?
That's a hard question. Because I try to be different. I try to, even when I'm making my songs, like if somebody come in on the beat, I try to come in after the beat or before the beat, just to change it up a little bit. But if I would compare myself or my style, I would say more of a Scarface type. You know, more not a lot of hoop and holler, but just good lyrics. You know, and a message and something that will resonate with you after you turn the song on.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Yeah, because I was trying to think, because it was a good question for me when I thought about it, because I actually got the question off of a guy I seen on YouTube, and he was interviewing people, and he would say a lot of times people would answer that question was, I sound like me. And he say, well, no, everybody kind of sounds like somebody.
I think you're going to have a project or a song or a moment in a song that you're going to sound like somebody else. Because I have songs that where I'm like, oh, dang, I sounded like such and such right there. But my style ain't that way, but just how I delivered it at that time, how the beat feel and all that. You know, so yeah.
And people are probably going to compare, whether you want them to do it, they're going to compare you to somebody, especially like if your songs get out there. They're going to compare you to somebody. Now, as far as some artists that's out there, who would you mentioned Scarface? Who are some other rappers that you maybe like to listen to, or kind of maybe influence you a little bit? Maybe their writing style or rapping style or something.
Well, music-wise, style-wise, I'm Rick Ross. Maybach Music is kind of where I kind of lay at with the music, because it's stylish.
Yeah.
You know, it's modern still, but it's stylish. You know, and I like a good stylish song. So if, like, my son asked me, like, if you got a chance to get picked up by anybody, I'll be like, I want to roll with Maybach Music. You know, everybody got who they are behind the scenes and all that, but as far as the music goes, like Rick Ross, Maybach Music.
That's what came to my mind. I mean, when I heard songs, I said, I hear some Rick Ross in there a little bit, and then man, I can't think of this other guy. He was rapping with what was his name? I can't think of his name right now. So many rappers out there. Okay, that's cool. That's real good. Now, you're trying to get signed here. I already know. Now, are you thinking more of as an independent, or do you kind of want to get with a label?
I mean, I don't care which way it comes. You know what I mean? It's the end goal is to be able to support my family, get some other family members out the rut, and everything, all that deep above. So whichever would be comfortable and would be lucrative and comfortable, and ain't getting beat out of no money or yada yada yada, all that crazy stuff going. No puffy parties and stuff. So I wanna roll where it's comfortable at, and I can get back. You know what I'm saying, much as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of your songs. I mean, we could start. I know you did some other. You played a lot for me. Like The Purge, or just tell us about some of your songs or some stuff that you're gonna be really letting the people listen to.
Okay, see, a lot of my songs, like I say, I like to make what I call like grown folks music, a little rap. I stay with the emotions and the feelings and the realness of the earth right now. None of that fabricated stuff, all that, because we all know the sum, so we got to figure out the equation.
Right.
So I'm more of the equation rapper than money, big house, this, I should get whatever. I'm more in the part that builds up to all that.
Right.
So that's where I kind of like to stay in. And then different beats that some rappers would pick out. 'Cause I've had people, I actually get on a song and they hear the beat. But then after I get through the song, they be like, let me do it. Because I like to be different.
Jack is talking about beats. I heard Zaytoven say that the way he worked with a lot of rappers, he say, when I give you a beat, whatever it is, you just rap on it. Don't go through my catalog, I want this, I want that. He say, I'm going to give you something, you rap on it, we'll let it do what it do. Blow up or whatever kind of beat it is. That's something I noticed in your music, that you kind of versatile. For the first time you let me hear some stuff, it was kind of like, just kind of straight rap, real good stuff. But when you let me hear like the Pitbull type stuff, stuff that you can dance to. I mean, I can see people dancing to that stuff and playing it on the radio. I mean, that kind of...
I try to take the businessman approach about it. Have a little something for everybody, because like when you get to the table, as some of us have been, you never know what they're gonna ask for.
Right.
And I just wanted to have something that actually fit me and other people could listen to and not get turned off because it might be trap or might be turned off because it's this, whatever. So just wanted to have some user-friendly music, and if they said, man, you'd be better if you had this, okay, hold on. Here you go, So that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Well, okay, Mr. Ike Jackson, that's about all I got for this session, but we look forward to communicating with you more as you're getting back into the community and stuff. And is anything you like to share before we close out?
Hey, one thing I like to say is I'm in my hometown of Rockville, Illinois right now, and it's actually a blessing. A lot of times when you leave, you don't want to come back from, to where you was raised for whatever reasons. I end up coming back and things start happening a lot faster than it was where I reside right now, because obviously I'm at home. And it's a lot of good music here, a lot of good musicians, a lot of things. It's just the scene isn't totally developed, and right now working with you, the Dungeon Studio and everything, and we're gonna try to change that narrative, which we know we can do. Yes,
all right, well, thank you for this interview and look forward to working with you in the future.
sir.